Can we talk?
Hello and welcome back to the Outer Worlds. I guess Ellie wants to talk.
Things on Monarch have really cooled off. I didn't think MSI and the Iconoclast would ever talk. Outside of shouting four-letter words, I mean. Sure, and fish sticks are really made from saltuna. Look, I won't knock the work you did. I'm sure they'll have a good cry, look through old photographs, share a pint of premium double chocolate cacao gelato. But sooner or later, things will go back to the way they were. People don't change. Not really.
Well, that's very cynical.
Just being realistic. As long as they keep their business on Monarch, their situation's got nothing to do with me. Anyway, I'd hate to see you get broken up if this thing between them doesn't last.
I don't really care.
Hey, let's not make this out to be more than it is. Anything else? I'm a surgeon by training and a pirate by inclination. Not much else to know, Captain. I like long walks on the promenade and the smell of Spacer's Corona. I make a mean zero-G cocktail and I've got a meaner right hook. It's a mix of whatever you've got on hand. Usually zero-G brew with some Spectrum vodka if you're lucky, purple berry shake if you're not. I'll make you one sometime. If you don't enjoy it, I'll make a few more until you do. Sure do. Some of it was even legal. What gave it away? It's the hair, right? Or maybe the ammo belt? I had it custom made. Gotta figure out how to work that into my aesthetic. Maybe a pair of earrings? I've done all types of work with all kinds of crews. If there's one thing you ought to know about me, it's that I won't tell you your business. Your ship, your way. Makes two of us, Captain. Well, my blood type is AB positive. I'm a Leo, and I despise Space Hospital. Never mind what anyone else tries to tell you. That about covers it. Aw, come on. That stuff's boring. Look, the thing I've learned about living in close quarters is that you've got to give people room to breathe. I'm all for making a few bits together and having fun doing it, but let's keep a little professional distance. No complaints here.
Alright, what else have we got to do here on this planet? Weapons in the void. Where's that? Let's go look into that, I guess. Where's my ship? Is that the ship? Yeah.
Sam, I must confess, I have not been cleaned for far too long. You're sure this will... Oh, yes.
They're doing it again. Alright, back to Groundbreaker.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
What a mess.
It's about fixing up our guns here real quick.
I could probably spend years fixing this boat. Stem just...
You got anything new to say? Nope. Let's get her and bring Felix.
You ever watch Agent Khan? He's got this ship, right? The Invincible. And we got a ship, right? So I got to thinking, who would win in a race? The Invincible or the Unreliable?
Felix, you watch too many movies.
Hey, you sound just like Nyoka.
get rid of some of this random stuff here. I'm not gonna use. Hold on to the helmet, I guess. I'm not gonna use that probably. That's kind of a neat looking helmet. We'll hold on to it. Definitely hold on to the cowboy hats. Man, we got a lot of stuff here. I don't know why it shifts up to the top like that sometimes. It does. I'll hold on to some of those regular clothes because kind of would like to put my people in some regular clothes instead of the outfits. I don't need like any of this stuff. Oops, did I just sell all my health things? God damn it, I did. Like I said, I don't know why it sometimes goes up to the top corner. It just does some, for whatever reason. Where's the buyback? Where'd those guys go? And our health.
Adventure serials are my education. Where else am I supposed to learn how to kick a jackass in the chest? That's what being a pirate's all about, right?
Hate to tell you, but a lot of the job is waiting for a gig, then waiting to get paid.
Knock you out for a CCN 76 milk chocolate, caramel, and cake. It's time for a KYL.
This is Halcyon News.
You mind trying to have a moment here? Rufus and I are no longer on speaking terms. I don't know where he is, and if I did, I wouldn't tell you. That's Harlow's mark, no mistake. Guess he's not letting this one go. I don't want any manner of harm befalling Rufus. Not on my account. All right, I'll tell you where he is. Just get out of here, please. Rufus is hiding out in Emerald Vale. Got a few friends with him. That's as much as I know. Please, just make it quick. That's right. Our marriage contract expired some months ago. And seeing how he's technically an outlaw, I wouldn't renew even if I wanted to. Precious little. He and Rufus worked together on the Groundbreaker some years back before he vanished. A few years later, Rufus gets a message from an old friend. Something about starting a revolution, something about getting rich. Abandoned his work and ran off that very day.
He must have been recruiting, gathering up his band of revolutionaries.
Word of advice, kid? Anybody carrying on about a revolution just wants to sell you something. I don't know Harlow, never so much as bandied a word with the fellow. You're better off having this discussion with Rufus. Only that Rufus is in a bad way. He came to see me a little ways back. Said he had to go into hiding. Never asked why. He was here to collect his personals, complain about Harlow to me, and say goodbye. In that order. No, and he was particular about that. Said I was better off not getting entangled in his mess. Little late for that, says I. Appreciate it. No offense meant, just been a long day is all.
Alright, let's see. I think we had one other weapons from the void. Let's try this thing one more time here.
It's almost time for today's...
Yeah, she has nothing new to say. Are they gonna get mad at me if I do
Something going on?
What do you think you're doing?
I'm doing nothing?
Go on, before I change my mind.
Am I gonna get in trouble if I kill everybody here?
Make him regret it.
Not exactly how I meant for things to go, but what are you gonna do, I guess? What did that actually update our journals to say? Acquire weapons on Groundbreaker. Why did that update if...
I can take a hint.
Hey, Ellie. When was it that you realized the board was crushing the life out of this colony?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the board? The machine of oppression? Ain't that why you became a pirate? Because you wanted to be free and all?
I'm just after a paycheck, kid.
I don't know that any of this has been useful, has it? There's a lot of vents here. Well, I guess we'll steal this stuff. We're here. Well, that didn't really go to plan at all, but nobody apparently out here cares that I killed those people. Let's have one last look in here.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following...
I don't know.
Hey, boss. I've been thinking.
Yeah? What's that? What is that? What have you been thinking?
I can't believe I wanted to shake his hand. I need a shower. Makes you wonder if being a treacherous, two-timing coward is some sort of contagious disease, or if he was just born that way. At first, I liked what Graham was doing. The iconoclasts were going to change Halcyon for the better. But then, we found out Graham was behind the slaughter of Amber Heights. How can anybody so morally bankrupt lead a movement to transform the colony? Yeah, maybe you're right. You'd never do something like that, would you? Slaughter a whole community of innocents?
Maybe.
I'm sure Graham told himself the same thing. He wasn't the one who held the gun and pulled the trigger. All he did was turn a key. The thing is, that's all it takes. Sometimes the difference between right and wrong is turning a key, or looking the other way, or keeping your mouth shut when you ought to speak up. Let's get back to it. I need to put all this ugly business with Graham behind me.
Really annoyed that I haven't been able to figure this out. I mean, I'm sure I don't even want the weapon, but it just kind of bugs me knowing it's there. Now that we crawled through all the vents, that did no good. Well, hardly seems worth hacking into. I already looked at everything in here, I think. Well, I just may not find this. One last thing I want to look at here. Oh, there's a safe over there we haven't checked. Where would that key be? Where's the thing go key? She didn't have anything on her. No idea. What about you? That's what I thought.
Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Harlow finals are scheduled to air soon, but a scandal has rocked the league.
I have the key card. This is a one-time use key card?
For performance-enhancing stims. A top call first.
That would be a little silly if it's a one-time use key card.
How and if this behavior could lead to...
Here we go!
Kind of have a bad feeling that we might have pissed off everybody on this ship now. Nope, nobody cares. That's fine. Does it not even give me a direction anymore for that quest? That's weird. We just may not be able to finish that quest anymore. Oh well, let's go talk to Phineas.
Rizzo's purple berry pie. A soft flower candy.
I just don't get how you can be so casual about your
Actually, let's not talk to Phineas. Let's deal with this.
integrity, Ellie. Way I see it, you're either standing up to the board or you're standing up for him.
I know nuance ain't exactly your strong suit, but it's not that simple. Grow a few hairs on your chest and you'll see.
I might not have your schooling, but at least I stand for something.
And you'll fall for anything. That's how the saying goes.
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati discussing the latest aether waves.
Making a lot of trips back to Terra 2
We
recently.
are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
All the way out there. It's gonna be tricky to get to. Yeah, it's kind of feeling like it's gonna be tricky to get to.
Not another fighting me.
How do they want me to get up there? Oh. This seems promising. Should we just light him up? We'll confront him, talk to him first.
I don't know who you are or why you're prowling around here, but I'm willing to make a guess. You're one of Harlow's gun hands, ain't you? He sent you after me. Yeah, of course he did. Thing is, you and I are at an impasse. Harlow wants me dead, and I've got no intention of dying. How do I know that I can trust you? Yeah, guess that's a fair point. Listen, I don't know what lies Harlow's dripped down your ear, but you'd be a fool to trust him. I never betrayed Harlow. Harlow betrayed all of us. The board's got him in their pocket, been paying him off for years. All that palaver about revolutions? It's a lie.
You're a real piece of work, Trask. Not just a turncoat, but a liar, too.
Go piss up a rope, kid. I've got nothing to prove to you. That's the whole truth. Harlow's just another board asset. A two-bit mercenary wearing a dissident's clothes. Yeah, I've got proof. There's always a paper trail when the board's involved. I chanced upon some correspondence between Harlow and his employer. I don't know that it makes a difference. What was I to do with that evidence? Bring it in front of the board? There's no authority in Halcyon willing to take Harlow to task. I hid my papers before Harlow chased me out. Back in the middle of the base, there's an old vent in a utility corridor. I stashed my evidence in that vent. Board-sanctioned piracy. Harlow went after the ships the board wanted destroyed, capturing anybody the board wanted captured. If we captured you, we'd ransom you. Harlow liked to do the job himself. Gather up the captives on his own ship, vanish for a couple of days. Only that's not what happened. Harlow's been selling his captives off to the board. I don't know where they ended up. Re-education, Tartarus, maybe worse. Take it you've made up your mind. You gonna tell Harlow I'm dead? May as well. I'm never going back to that life again. Here, take the ring. And for what it's worth, my gratitude.
Yeah, we'll go find the evidence. Why not? Come on.
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion in the kitchen. Destination reached. Scylla.
Where is... I want the evidence. Do we need to go to the other area? I guess we're going to the other area.
Some crew members are causing a disturbance on the ship. Please avoid damage.
Use in a civilized manner for once, not just fall.
What's the word? Not surprised. Trask was a dead man trying to negotiate with his own executioner. He'd say anything to preserve his life. That's a damning accusation. Am I right to presume you have some evidence on hand? Those papers don't prove a thing. We've all done business with the board. They own the whole damn colony. Trask put you up to this. That miserable wretch. He's trying to undermine everything I stand for.
Believe me, boss, I'm tempted. But I'm gonna give him one chance to own up. Clyde, look me in the eye and tell me it's not true. Tell me, and I'll believe you.
Don't talk to me like I'm some common criminal, Felix. You're the one on trial, not me. I don't know what kind of poison that snake dripped in your ear, but as far as I'm concerned, you've been compromised.
Time for a drink?
A lot of stuff to take here. Have very much by the way of ammo or anything. Yes. Anybody else home?
Did I hear something?
That's what you get!
I assume they got that under control.
Oh, that's the last of him!
Where is Felix?
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati discussing the latest Aetherwave serial.
Apparently I have a skill point. Go with more long guns. Let's do a couple more persuade and probably do well to do some hack and stuff. Does Felix still have something left here?